Hi, good afternoon. Well, it's a very hot day. Well, hot for the UK, it's probably not hot for you in the US, but it's hot for us. I've got the front door propped open, I've got the back door propped open, I've got the fan on above me. And my poor little boy is just absolutely panned out. I've got no Gigi today, so I can put the front door on, because Buster won't go far. In fact, he won't go out. Unless he has to, if you know what I mean. Well, I got some wool today. Yarn today. I've not broken my yarn diet. It's ice, and that is all I ordered. It's for an order. I'm making a cardigan and that. She wanted a cardigan like the one I made for my niece in red, but in pink. So I didn't have the right kind of pink, but I was very good. I didn't stick another umpteen packs in my stash, even though everybody's been bombarding me with the sale adverts, sale emails and what have you got, yeah. Well, what have I been doing? Well, I did finish off the pink little cardigan in a fashion, the one I was doing when I said I couldn't follow it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the pattern, I just wasn't following it at all. It's one of Luz's patterns, L-U-Z, and I bought it off Etsy. I think you can get it off Ravelry as well. And it just, I don't know whether I was tired or what it was, but it just wasn't going in at all. Yeah. If you can hear any tinkling, by the way, it's my chimes. It's nice and sunny, but it's also a little bit windy, which is nice for me because it's keeping the sun away. And that's my wind chimes in the porch rattling. So that's what I made anyway. It's just waiting for its little buttons. It still looks a bit sloppy to me, but I've got an awful feeling that it's going to be a bit small for baby anyway. Well, she's 9 months old, but she's, I don't like to say this in front of her in case she's watching, but she's a bit of a pudding, She's following in the family tradition. She's, anyway, that's what it is. It needs its little buttons at the front. I mean, it might fit her because it's very loose and they do tend to spread when they're washed and it's not been washed yet. Anyway, I decided that I would try to amend, the one that I said I liked in this book, and I even bought the book because of it. And then when I come to look at it, it was done in Aran. And I didn't have those colours in Aran, and I wasn't going to buy a ball of each of everything just to make it in Aran. So I decided I'd do some sort of jiggery pokery, how I am. I do it my way, like Frank Sinatra. And so I jiggled it up myself, but I'm going to finish it, but I think it's going to fit her when she goes to school. I know I just said she was a little bit of a pudding, but she's not that much of a pudding. She's only 8 months old. Well, she might be 9 months old now. But, I quite like it, so I'm going to carry on with it and finish it. Too big is better than too small, isn't it? And it'll come in handy someday. Oh, there's my crochet hook. I don't need the patterns anymore because I'm doing it my way. This one I'm using up some white, what is it called? Shola and Stahl. It's the Lorici or the Lorici fine. Never quite sure how you pronounce these. I presume they're Italians when they've got a C in it. Whether it's, a ch or a k, I'm not never quite sure. Anyway, it's very, very nice to work with. It's actually, I think it's a man-made fibre. But it's got like a crepey finish to it. Really lovely to work with. I've only ever seen it on eBay from one particular lady. She doesn't seem to be selling it anymore, so hey, cool. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing this one. It's by Guchet, G-U-C-H-E-T. Oh, my door's gonna bang. No, it didn't. It's the crochet lace top, but my friend wanted it all in one colour. And again, this one hasn't been easy. I don't know whether it's me these days that's just not sorting it out properly. I mean, it's given me sort of bits of charts and stuff, but not for the bits I'm getting stuck on, you know. Anyway, I'm choosing to do it in, it's called Peyton's Vintage. It's the same yarn that Sue did the pink one, no, the pink and grey overtopping. It's Peyton's Vintage. I think it's discontinued. It feels very cottony, and it has got some cotton in it, but it's mostly acrylic. But again, it's lovely to crochet with. But it feels a bit harsher like cotton does. And this is where I'm up to so far. It doesn't, I mean, this is the bit that carries on. I presume that's the bit that goes under the arm. But I tell you what, it's supposed to be done on a 3.75 hook. And I'm now on a 5.50. And it still doesn't look big enough. I'm hoping it will really block out, you know. I mean, most of my crocheting does go a little larger when it's washed, but I'm really hoping it will block out. But it's turning out nice. The yarn's nice to crochet with. But it's going to be a really odd shape. This, I think, is going to be the front bit, and then that's one of the sides. And the front V is off. Oh, I've done with the pattern again. The front V is off centre. Off centre, as you can see it. So I think what I've just fastened off will be the bit that's stitched together. It's stitched together down one side, and then it's like laced together down the other side with. Looks a bit more awkward with me doing it in one colour. You can't quite see it the same, can you? Anyway, my Inside Crochet arrived, and there's quite some nice things in it actually. I'm finding the Inside Crochet is more to my taste than the Interweave is. I mean, I don't know whether you can get this book in America or whether it's harder to get. At the beginning it's just telling you all little things about wool and different things like that. Very interesting articles, yeah. I was tickled at the phone because it's saying retro phones. I threw one away in beige not 2 minutes ago. Are you alright, Puppet? He's too warm, bless him. I cancelled his walk today because he was just too hot. Right. What should I do? I should have a piece of paper here. Here we go. I'll do it that way. You can't see too much there. That's the Starfish beach bag. I haven't really done many bags. I need to do one. I did a lovely granny square bag for a friend of mine. And I made it for a beach bag she was going to. I think she was going to Tunisia. I mean, nobody wants to go to Tunisia at the moment, do they? That's quite nice. It's just a little tank, isn't it? It's called Tropical, Totally Tropical. It says, in this issue we are all about vibrant rainforest shades and stylish summer essentials. So I hope you can see it. I hope I'm not in my own light here. Oh, guy going running down the street there. Got his arm up. Sun hat. I do not suit sun hats. I like that one. That's like a, it's sort of half a poncho, isn't it? And half a sweater. Don't know what they're calling it. What do they call it? Oh, a bold bat-wing dress. I'm wrong on all accounts. Yeah, I would wear it at the top anyway, over trousers or a skirt. That's the pineapple purse for a little girl. And then that's watermelon bunting. I like that one, the summer stripes back. It's my kind of colours though, isn't it? All nice and bold. Woo! And I think that's a water bottle cosy. And then that's quite pretty, but of course I'd have to wear a vest underneath it because it's a bit too holy for me. Very pretty. Nice if you're lovely and slender, isn't it? You can wear it over your best bra, you know, but I'm not that way inclined. It's an article about a mystery blanket. And another one about Secret Garden, that's like showing you how to do some granny squares. That's obviously Rapunzel, letting down her hair. So I think it was the prince. Was it the prince who came to get her? It's not a touch from the fairy tales, aren't it? A geometric. Now that takes me back to the wool shop that we had. We had a little stool and it was painted very highly gloss, and everybody who sat on it was nearly slipping off it. So my dad said, in the interest of health and safety, we make it a cover, you know. So we made it a granny square cover to keep it from people from sliding off it. Right, that's a take along dollhouse. I don't know if there's anything in the middle of it or whether it's just like a bag, you know, for children to put the toys in. And these are baby bibs, although unless they were made out of cotton, I don't think I would make baby bibs. And that's, I think it's one of those, what they call them, a snuggly, or what do you call them? You know, where babies cuddle up to them. The same bit, oh, a lovey, that's what they're called, a lovey, isn't it? You tie the knots in them to make, oh, the door's going to bang again. Actually, it's not banging because I've got my handbag hung on it. That's very pretty. That's called the Lyric Shawl. You know me and my shawls. That's very pretty, but it's an advert. They save all the best for the adverts, don't they? This is MySpace. It's just showing a designer. Not sure who she is. Rianne Drinkwater. Can't say I've heard of her, but perhaps she's not a crochet designer. Perhaps she's a... Oh, that's showing the one that's on the front cover. It's called the Green Agate Top. It's done in... Well, I can never pronounce the sheep jeep. I call it sheep jeeps, but it's not. Scourges, I think it's called, or something. Stonewash cotton it's done in. 3mm and a 350 hook, so it's going to be fine. Maybe like a UK 4-ply. Like your fine. Well, that's showing the complete colour range of the yarn that they've used. It's linen, soft. What is it? 47% cotton, 27% linen, and 28% acrylic. Yes, gauge is 22 stitches and 36 rows to 10 centimetres, so it's a fine one, isn't it? It's like a 4-ply. Oh, that's the one that's a bold back-wing dress. I would call it more of an overtop. I think they must do either as well because she's wearing it over some floral pants, yeah. That's me all over like I'm big and baggy. That's me, isn't it? Big and baggy. Yep, these are just the patterns for what I've already shown you. Oh, the geometric cushion's done in Tunisian. It's got like stripes at the other side of it. I've yet to master Tunisian. I can do the actual stitches, but I get a bit stuck keeping it straight, and obviously more practice is needed. Oh, and that's the pineapple purse, a bit closer detail for the little girl. Oh, the Dolly's House does sort of, don't think I can show it without showing too much away. It does open out. It says it's called a take-along doll's house. Oh yeah. Can't really show you too much actually without giving too much away. It kind of opens up, you know, to make like a little playhouse. I suppose the child has to use the imagination. It's got a little bed in there and everything. That's Rapunzel in her tower. Ooh. Well, it was Wool Fest last weekend. I think Terry went to see it. Terry Tinsel or Tegsy, the yarn fosterer. He went up there. I've been in the past, but it's too much for me these days. It's my neighbour driving away. I mean, it might have been alright last weekend actually, because when I went it was very, very hot. And they have animals in there, you know, like llamas and sheep and the different kinds of sheep. Angora rabbits and everything. And it's quite pungent in not a nice way. When you walk through the door, you know, the heat of this animals just hits you. And when I went, I mean, it's beautiful and there's some absolutely gorgeous wool, and I did enjoy going, but it was out of my price pocket, out of my range altogether. It's okay if you do small items, you know, where you need a ball, you know, a hank of it if you're making socks, or a couple of hanks of it if you're making a little shawl. But as I tend to make bigger garments than that, it would just be out of my price range at all, out of it. Yeah, so that's that. There's not a lot been going on really. I'm sure I had a lot to tell you, but I can't remember. I still haven't found my hoover brush, but the replacements have arrived. Vacuum cleaner accessory pack. 3 bits in it. I've only ever had this bit, anyway, that came with the vacuum. So I've now got the other 2 pieces, so I can do stairs. Well, I could do stairs if I wanted to do stairs, but I'm not in the mood to do stairs. I did go and try to sit outside, but I'm such a wimp now in the sun. I used to be able to sit in it and do everything in it, but now I'm like, oh, too hot, I'm going in again. I'll never get a tan. I weather, as my mother used to call it. I go a shaded colour. If you could see that next to the rest of my body, they're quite tanned compared with the rest of me. I went up the village just to get some bits and pieces for food. I went into Marks and Spencer's, which is the expensive food shop, but I just fancied. They do some lovely ready-made salad, you know, in a little bowl thing. So I got them from there. Then I went into the cheaper place to get some prawns. So that will be my. Oh, we've got another van backing up. That will be my dinner, what do you want to call it, for today and tomorrow. So that's a big white van coming now. It's a good job the little one's not here, he'd do his nut. The people across the road are moving in, you see, so there's people coming and going all day long. And, well, Sue must be back from Scotland, although I've not heard from her, she's probably at work. And Zoe, 24 Carat Crochet, I think she goes tomorrow to see her friend Edie in Minnesota, leaving all the rest of the family behind to look after the house. And I hope they're well trained and they're well behaved, Zoe. You know, 2 teenage boys. Well, they've got daddy there, haven't they, to keep them in tow. I used to be on pins if I ever left mine at home when he was a teenager. I mean, he never wrecked the house, don't get me wrong, he never did, but you've always got this awful feeling, haven't you? It's kind of not your kid, it's sort of other children that come in the house that can be a bit badly behaved. You sort of imagine like cigarette burns on your furniture and your carpet when you come back home. I mean, I know it's happened to my friends with their kids, but thankfully, never to mine. He was very well behaved. I think that's about all we've got to say. Buster's puffing and panting away here. It's too warm. I cancelled his walk. I think I said that before, didn't I? It's just too hot for him. You know, the heat. He goes about 1 o'clock and it's like the heat of the midday sun, isn't it? You alright, Poppy? Hey? He's having a good puff and a pant at me. He's not going to like my tea tonight, is he, my dinner tonight, because he doesn't like salad and he doesn't like prawns particularly. So, yeah. Well, I think that's about all I was going to say. There was a lot more, but I should write notes. I'm dying to see what Pam, Yarning Anna, does with her a knitting machine. It's kind of inspiring me, but hasn't inspired me that much yet to start on mine. I used to use it all the time, and I knew it was inside out, and I knew what to do with it and everything. And then I didn't use it for about 15 years. Just packed it away and put it in the loft. And it's like I've never seen a machine before. I'm like, duh, how do I cast on? Can't remember. So I'm going to have to spend at least a full day just doing a refresher course on how I cast on now. I can't, you know. So Pam, if you're open, I'm going to give you some inspiration. I'm afraid it's the other way around. You're going to be inspiring me. Yeah. I actually had the old version of the machine that Pam's got one of the first ones I bought. It was the 150, the same as yours, but obviously mine was an older version. It was all in metal. I got rid of that one. I've now got one with a ribbon attachment. Not that I've fathomed out how to use it yet. You know, I wanted this ribber. I must have one with a ribber. And then when I got it, I just didn't do anything with it. It just sat there. I'm terrible like that. If I get a bee in my bonnet that I want something, I've got to have it. I think Pam will relate to this, but have to have it. And then when I've got it, it's like, well, I'll do it in a bit, or do it in a while, I'll do it when I've got time, or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to, I've got my water. I always think of Cheryl or Cheryl, whatever it is. Never know whether you're Cheryl or Cheryl. I think it's Cheryl because it's spelled with a C. I always make a good use of your water, Joe. I went past the dumpster again today. And it's absolutely piled high now. But it's got like bits of broken furniture on the top of it now, so I can't exactly go diving in it. Although there's a man's shirt there just in its package. I don't know what's going on there. Why are they throwing away a brand new shirt? Still in a packet. Don't know. But I didn't want it, so I thought I'll leave it there for somebody else who might want it. There's a couple of things I might have liked, but they were right round the back, and I thought, oh no, I'm not diving in the dumpster to go and get it. Not worth it. I've got enough junk of my own. If my son's watching this, he'll be going, no, don't put anything else in the house. You've got too much. It's time to take stuff out of the house now. Out of the house. Yay! Well, I feel like going for a lie down actually, but I think I better do some crocheting. Oh, the lady who the pink cardigan's for, Jackie. You know, the one who sent me the box, what I unpacked the other day. They rung her up and her little boy, you know, Daniel, the one who's got the problems with brittle bones and that. He's had to go in Alder Hay today. He's having his operation tomorrow, bless him. He's got a rod in his back, I think I explained to you before. He's got a rod. He's a very brave soldier. So they're altering it again and doing something with him because his poor little back's bending like that and his little head's on one side. Oh, it just makes me so sad when I see little ones having to go through that. Anyway, if you're watching, Daniel, good luck. Everything's going to be fine, I know it is. You're going to be all lovely and nice when you come back out again. Even though he's got more ops to come, but I won't say that out loud. Anyway, I'm going to go now. So after saying goodbye to Daniel and bye to everybody, hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's actually a nice day in the UK today, so I should be making the most of it, shouldn't I? I should be sitting out the back. I might go out in a little while because the sun is slowly coming round the front now, which means that the back will be in shade, so I can sit out there and it'll be okay for me to do my crochet. But then of course I'll have to shut the front door and he'll get warm again, so maybe it's not a good idea. Anyway, I'm going to go now. There'll be no editing because Zoe's going to Minnesota, so I'll have to learn to edit one day, won't I? So bye for now. Bye.